Welcome to the first edition of Fall 2015 of UTA News. I'm Jeremy Portales.
And I'm Murillo. Thank you for joining us. Improvements by the Swift Center are still underway. Reporter Christina Garcia has the details.
This construction project by the Swift Center plans to bring better access and more parking for students and visitors. A student who frequently crosses through had this to say.
We need to cross the road over there. Sometimes it gets wet. All our shoes get dirty. Not only that, my friend has a car. It gets difficult to take it out sometimes.
Although the work seems to be getting closer to completion, for some it has been an inconvenience.
The ongoing construction on Summit Avenue and UTA Boulevard has caused some problems for students, especially here at the Swift Center.
So because of the construction, the students don't have access to that area, so we have to direct them to another location for parking when they come into the office. There was limited student and visitor parking, so hopefully they'll expand and they'll have more parking spaces available to students.
Drivers are able to get through without major problems. And like this resident, he has not had any major issues.
It hasn't affected too much anything. Most of it's been done when the slow part of time in the summer, so it was all right. I haven't had any problems, anybody coming and going.
UTA News, Christina Garcia.
The Swift Center students expect that upon completion, it will facilitate their visits.
The UC Mall hosted an event to get the student community more aware on how to become an organization in club or campus. The heat didn't keep the Mavericks from coming out and getting to know the different organizations UTA has to offer. The Mavericks Activity Fair is an annual event during Stampede Week, welcoming students to the beginning of a new school year. For current and new students, the Activities Fair brings a chance to be more involved in school, as well as getting to meet other students who share same interests and ideas.
It gives them a chance to get to know other people directly, and so they have a better chance of knowing what to do later on in the future.
For more information about all the UTA organizations on campus, please visit the website www.mavorgs.collegiatelink.net/organizations.
We have a live interview at the Fabrication Lab.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
That's why I was like,
Finally bought a place. Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Is
it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow. I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money going to come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
The Fabrication Lab at the Central Library is using 3D printers to create prosthesis. We will go live to the library with Mari Alvarez. Mari?
We are here today with Fab Lab co-manager, Ms. Peace Awesome Williamson, who is here to tell us about a new 3D printing technology that has just been started here at the UTA Fab Lab. And it involves the creation of prosthetic hands for children. Now, Ms. Williamson, I know that you have a little bit to tell us about what drove you and your team into this new idea and why y'all chose children in particular.
Yeah, so I have been working in the Fab Lab, and we've been working with a lot of different technologies that we make available to anyone at UTA. And we heard about a group called Enable who are putting prosthetics in the hands of families who are in dire need because their children are missing some upper limbs, and they need access to technology that's a lot more affordable than the traditional prosthetic. So instead of having to buy a new prosthetic every time your child grows or every year, you can have access to 3D printed prosthetics, which are a lot more affordable. And we thought, let's put our technology to good use, and we partnered with Enable.
How do you say increase the skills of the UTA students here at UTA?
So our technology is all completely available. Every piece of equipment here is free to use. So it's a place for people to try and to fail and to try again. And so it's a little bit different than the traditional school atmosphere where if you make a mistake, you're penalized for it. You can come and you can prototype and you can work with what you have and you can learn brand new technology that you otherwise would not have access to here in school before you even graduate. And these are skills that are transferable for any field.
Now, I know that you have some prosthetic hand examples that you can show us a little bit about.
Yes, so this is one of Enable's earlier prosthetic examples. It is controlled through wrist movement, so somebody who is missing a hand would be able to control the fingers on it through the wrist. This is a newer model of the prosthetic. So as you can see, it's more realistic. The fingers have a lot more degrees of movement. And once we install all the parts of it, you'll have much more control. So as you can see, this is all being done across the world as people download the model and they try it out and they make changes. Everyone informs one another and they improve on the models that they make.
Okay. So that a student needs to go through if they would like to come in here and make something like this hand, for example.
So the model is really easy to make. Everything is available freely online. If they're interested in 3D printing, they can come in and try out 3D printing with people here who can help and teach them all about it and try it out hands-on with hands-on help one-on-one.
Okay, well, thank you for your interview today, Ms. Williamson. Mari, now back to you at the studio.
Coming up next, we'll learn about a conference motivating people to vote.
No more pencils, no more books, no more teachers, dirty looks.
School's out
for summer.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org because great things happen when we live united.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Hispanic organization wants to bring awareness for the new presidential campaign. Our reporter, Arian Hernandez, attended the conference.
The League of United Latin American Citizens, LULAC, launches the Alza tu Voz, Alza tu Voto voter registration campaign to register the Texas millennials. The campaign will focus on local high school, colleges, and universities.
Growing up, I would hear my fellow students always complain about how their vote didn't matter.
The message is simple: get out to vote. Is the campaign LULAC is launching, an effort to create culture of voting in younger generations to have lasting impact. The campaign will not only focus on registering voters, but it will also have educational components to stress its importance. Currently, an estimated 52,000 Americans Latinos turn 18 according to the Pew Research Center study, in the words of the LULAC president.
LULAC is committed to registering and awakening the sleeping giant, which is the Latino votes, to come out and vote this election cycle. The only way that we will combat racist remarks against our community is to go out and vote. It is an estimated 52,000 Latino students, members of our community, that become eligible to vote every month.
Christopher, the LULAC district director and UTA student, is convinced that this 2016 election, the Latinos will make a difference, but they have to work hard and unite the community to vote and make a difference.
Our community is dear to our hearts. Nuestra familia es todo para nosotros. So we have to take on this initiative, and we can go out there and protest, we can march, we can rally, but our votes are going to be the difference in the 2016 election.
The Republican candidate Donald Trump will be in Dallas this week, and LULAC will be participating in a protest against him outside of the American Airlines Center. UTA News.
For more information, you can visit LULAC.org.
The UTA Library has a membership organization that not only aims to improve the library's collections, but the library experience.
And I'm very happy to present Mr. Russell Gold.
The Friends of the Library is having their monthly speaker come out, and this month's speaker is author of the 2014 book, The Boom, Russell Gold. Gold is a graduate of Columbia University. He worked 2 years at the San Antonio Express News before joining the Wall Street Journal in their energy department, where he covered small companies such as Apache and Devon, located in the Oklahoma and North Texas areas. Gold remembered the first time that he heard about fracking.
So I started covering it and pretty soon realized, hey, there's something really unusual going on here. Not just are they getting gas out of these places they never have before, but within a year or two we realized, look, it wasn't just Fort Worth.
In the discussion with Gold, he mentions about the history of fracking, how it's affecting us today, and how it will affect us tomorrow.
I think we've got a pretty good idea of what the negative impacts of fracking are. The impacts of 1,000 trucks driving through a neighborhood per well, the air emissions, the earthquakes, the potential effects on water if you're not building the wells right.
Gold was fed questions about government regulation and even about the economy of solar panels.
I want to obviously answer any questions I can from people, and I think we've got a good amount of time for that. So let's start right here in the front.
James Belknap, UTA News.
The next Friends of the Library event will be October 16th, featuring Ken Aldridge, author of In Murder's Shadow, a crime novel.
UT Arlington continues to push the bar on using new technology in the classroom with social robots.
We have an interview up next.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Welcome back to UTA News. I'm Reginald Adetula. UTA continues to focus on the use of robotics. This spring will herald the arrival of 2 social robots for human interaction research. I sat down with theater professor Dr. Julienne Greer to discuss what the integration of humans and robots will mean for the university. Dr. Julienne Greer, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You're a theater professor, and you teach a class that focuses on robotics. You presented a paper on robotics at a robotics conference. Where is the intersect between theater and robotics?
It's a very new beginning intersection. Let me speak first to my class. I have a class called Human and Robots. The Future is Here, and that means that right now we're going to have robots that are going to be entering our lives, social robots that may be our companions. We may be working with them. They may be in the classroom with our children, and I felt it was very important to have a class that starts to look at several different aspects of how we will interact with robots in our lives.
With that being said, I probably should say, who is Pepper?
Pepper is an emotional robot. That's a little different from a social robot. Social robots, obviously, as the word connotates, are made to interact with human beings socially. Pepper, which comes from a collaboration between a company in Japan and a company in France, was designed to be an emotional robot, meaning they specifically want Pepper to respond emotionally to human beings, to create relationships, to perhaps be a companion. So Pepper, I was awarded a grant to purchase Pepper, And however, he is not going to be in the U.S. until a few months from now. Right now, only Japan, several European countries, Australia have social robots. The United States hasn't yet, they haven't been rolled out in the United States yet. So we'll have to wait for just a bit for Pepper. However, there is another robot called Buddy. It comes out of a Paris company called Blue Frog Robotics. And we have actually purchased Buddy and have a date for Buddy to come to the U.S. And that will be hopefully this April. Now, if that happens, we have a science fiction play that we're hoping Buddy could be in a performance. And that's a pretty amazing, wonderful, exciting event.
So having these two robots, Pepper and Buddy, what do they mean for this university?
I think their potential is almost limitless. At this point, there are no social robots that have been introduced to the United States. So the fact that we have a timeline for first the Buddy robot and then the Pepper robot of next spring semester, that puts us on the that puts us on par of universities, MIT, Carnegie Mellon, Stanford, who have been using robots in their labs, as we have as well. But socially, that gives us an incredible opportunity to study how robots and humans will interact. I think UTA was incredibly smart to say, hey, this sounds like a pretty good idea, and I'm really, really honored to be a part of it.
And I'm sure excited as well.
Good.
Well, I'm definitely excited to see how this turns out. Dr. Julienne Greer, thank you for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you very much.
Both robots should be here on campus by late next semester and will be incorporated into the Humans and Robots course. You can find the full interview with Dr. Greer on UTAnews.com.
Thanks, Reggie. We have a new segment this semester to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the College of Liberal Arts.
Our producer, Austin, will tell us about this new addition to UTA News.
All those times.
Guys, so what's up? Oh, we finally bought a place. Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that? We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on... Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Which planet are we living on? Right here.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
The local band Lindby made a splash into the music scene this weekend when they held an album release party. The band of UT Arlington alumni debuted their second album, Drive, at Shaw's Patio and Grill in Fort Worth. Lindby took the stage to rounds of applause from a packed audience of friends and family. Having graduated nearly 2 years ago, it is easy to wonder what the band missed out about UTA.
I think the thing I miss most about it is that we were all in the same area and being able to actually get together on a regular basis. But I miss the teachers too. They're freaking awesome. All the professors,
For more,
doctors, they're freaking sweet.
Thank you so much, guys.
For more information, visit lindbymusic.com, where you may download the album or stream it for free online.
The new school year means an exciting new few months for student interns at the Red Balloon Network. Reporter Thomas Haas has the story.
It's new beginnings and golden opportunities at the Red Balloon Network and Ryan Seacrest Studios in Dallas.
Killed.
Every semester, only a handful of students are selected out of dozens of applicants to participate here at the Red Balloon Network and Ryan Seacrest Studios. And this is where the magic happens.
Hey guys, Layla here in the Seacrest Studios.
From celebrity visits to hosting children's games, there's something here for all broadcast students.
The thing that we pride ourselves most in and our ability to give to our interns is the fact that they can come away from their 3 to 4 months with us with a ton of hands-on experience.
Did you guys hear the exciting news? Well, if you haven't, here it is. Need to Breathe will be in the studio tomorrow at noon. So I think this internship is great. You learn a lot, you work with kids. I dance all day, so who wouldn't like that? And I'm just having a good time, so I just tell people to do it. If you have a passion for journalism, and especially if you love working with kids, this is the place to do it.
This marks the 3rd year that the studio has been operational, and it prides itself on what it does and the interns they recruit.
We're also going to take away something really special in working with the kids. That's a really unique element in our internship, to where they get to see the impact of their work.
For UTA News, I'm Thomas Haas.
Students interested in applying for the spring semester can visit the Children's Health Red Balloon Network blog for more details.
A new program aims to build a community for students who are parents. The Parent Mavericks program hosted its first event called Chill Out with Parent Mavericks. The students received a free chair massage and learned about resources on campus. The program was created after receiving funding through an initiative last semester. The group plans to host more events for student parents where they can also bring their children with them as well.
That's how awesome I am.
We have a new segment this semester that celebrates the 50th anniversary of the College of Liberal Arts. Austin will be producing the segment. Austin, tell us about this plans for your new segment.
So the College of Liberal Arts is celebrating its 50th year, and here at UTA News, we're actually going to be doing a new segment called Cola at 50. So in a sense, we're actually just going to be commemorating how the College of Liberal Arts came to be and such.
Nice.
Well, we really look forward to it. Do you think you could give us a preview of what's going to go on next week?
Yeah, certainly. So next week, we're actually, our next newscast is going to be Alan Sachs Day. So we're actually be doing a lot of interviews with him, and also some interviews with some students as well, just to kind of see, you know, how they kind of think and see the College of Liberal Arts.
Thanks, Austin. Good luck with the segment.
Thank you.
That's all we have for today. Thanks for joining us on the first edition of UTA News. Have a wonderful week.